Today we're going to be looking at 5 great fragrances for autumn. Don't go anywhere. How's it going, YouTube? I hope you're all doing well. My name's Grant. Welcome to 2 + 2 = Fragrance. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and turn on your notifications so you'll be made aware of any future content. You can also follow me over on Instagram at 2 + 2 = Fragrance. So today we're going to be looking at 5 fragrances that I think are perfect for the season of autumn. Let's get into it. The first fragrance we're going to take a look at is this one. Armani Diamonds Black Carrot. Now this fragrance doesn't get talked about much, and I think it's an absolute banger. Some of the notes you've got in this one are cacao, Szechuan pepper, bergamot and benzoin. And it's a really nice fragrance. It's a fresh, spicy fragrance. It doesn't change much. It's quite linear. You've got a nice little bit of bergamot in the opening with the Szechuan pepper. And as it dries down, the only thing really you lose is the bergamot, and you get a bit of cacao and benzoin coming with some other notes. And there's a nice woody base to it as well. But it's one of them fragrances that keeps a nice amount of freshness all the way through. It's not too heavy, and it just works perfectly in autumn. You can get it generally at a good price as well. It's definitely one to check out. Even though it's not talked about, this is a fantastic fragrance in my opinion. That was Armani Diamonds Black Carrot. The next fragrance we're going to take a look at doesn't really need any introduction. Parfums de Marly Layton. Some of the notes you got in this one are apple, pink pepper, vanilla and cardamom. Everyone knows how much I love this fragrance. It's got a bit of everything in it. It's fruity, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's woody. It just smells fantastic. In the cool autumn air, people are just going to love the way this one smells on you. It's just an amazing fragrance. Fair enough, it is an expensive fragrance. It's a niche fragrance. But if you look around, you don't have to pay full retail for this one. You can pick it up at I wouldn't say a reasonable price, but you can pick it up at a much better than £200 retail price. And it's definitely worth getting yourself a sample and checking it out, because I think this one's worth the money. Even at retail, I think this fragrance is worth the money. It's just absolutely beautiful. So that one was Parfums de Marly Layton. Next up, we're going from a really expensive fragrance to a really cheap fragrance. Calvin Klein CK1 Shock. Now this one's got notes of clementine, an energy drink accord, tobacco and amber. And this 100ml bottle cost me £16. You can get a 200ml bottle for £21. Obviously that's at discount sites. But for what you're paying for this fragrance, it's fantastic. I've been so impressed with it. It is basically a sweet tobacco fragrance. I get the tobacco all the way through. You do get a little bit of that clementine in the opening and a bit of that energy drink accord. But it's mainly a fruity tobacco fragrance with amber. There's loads of other notes in it as well, but that's the easiest way to describe it, I think. It's a fruity tobacco fragrance with a nice sweetness coming from that amber. And for the price you're paying for this, it is an absolute steal. I don't think there's a better fragrance in this price range. I honestly don't. £16 for 100ml. There's no way you can beat this fragrance for that price, in my opinion. It's fantastic. Calvin Klein CK1 Shock. Moving on, let's take a look at this one. Prada Rossa Black. Now some of the notes you've got in this are bergamot, patchouli, amber and tonka bean. This is fantastic for the autumn. It's fantastic for any cool weather. All of these are really. They're on the autumn list, but you can wear them all in any kind of weather that's cool, autumn or winter, maybe early spring as well. But this one is amber and tonka bean. Yep, there's other notes. There's other notes than the ones that I said, but it's all about the amber and the tonka bean. It's a little bit powdery and it's very sweet, but this is an absolute stunner of a fragrance. Really nice. I've had some good compliments for this fragrance as well. Not as many as Carbon from the same line. That is an absolute compliment monster for me. It's my most complimented fragrance, but this one has got me some good compliments as well, because I don't wear this as much as Carbon, but people do like the way this one smells. It's quite unique in its own way. There's not many fragrances that have got this kind of DNA. It's definitely worth checking out, this one. Prada Rossa Black. And last up, we're going with a fragrance that was actually on my last video. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal de Parfum. Some of the notes in this one are cardamom, lavender, iris and vanilla. And as I said on my last video, I've spoke about this one quite a lot, and for good reason. This is my favourite Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. It's just an absolute beautiful fragrance. You've got the cardamom, the lavender and the vanilla in the opening. The vanilla comes more into play as the lavender eases off a little bit. You've got a little touch of that iris to just give it a little bit of class. But this fragrance is absolutely fantastic. If you've not checked it out, I know people say, I've heard people say that it smells like Ultramal. I'm not the biggest fan of Ultramal. I don't think it smells anything like it, really. Don't be put off if you're not a fan of Ultramal from this fragrance, because like I say, in my opinion, it smells nothing like it. This one is definitely worth checking out. I've got a feeling that you'll probably like it. So that one was Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal de Parfum. So they were, in my opinion, 5 great fragrances for autumn. Make sure you let me know down in the comments what fragrances you'll be wearing this autumn. I love the interaction with you guys. As always, thanks a lot for taking the time out to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, keep smelling amazing.